Near San Bernardino, California sits a small unincorporated ranch community known as Bloomington. And in only 5 years, hundreds of homes have now been suddenly vacated. In another 5, it's possible this community may cease to exist altogether. If you've been watching this channel long enough, you probably have a good idea on what happened. It started around the COVID-19 shutdown. Online retail skyrocketed. The demand for warehousing increased tenfold with no end in sight. Existing shipment hubs began to expand all across the nation and especially in Bloomington, a quiet, unincorporated community known for its horse ranches. Developers began enticing people to sell their homes, as in the developers' minds there was no longer any open space to build warehouses. People would sometimes be offered double their home's value just for a small sliver of land to be turned into a massive shipping hub along with their neighbors' homes. This led to lots of inner turmoil within these communities, even some lawsuits, but in the end, it would seem that the developers would always win. They even recently managed to acquire Zimmerman Elementary School for $44 million. Something I couldn't imagine could be done. Some see it as a blessed opportunity to start a new life, while others want to live here until they die. The renters especially got the short end of the stick, having to get up and leave with their livestock, with absolutely no money to show. I spoke to a renter who was in the direct path of a soon-to-be logistics center. All the neighbors across the street from him had their homes demolished. What's your name?
Esteban Fernando Avila. It's really hard to afford a house or an apartment in these areas, so we have to move outside even the LA County area. And sometimes people work in the LA County and you have to do like 2-3 hours to go to work.
So as soon as they started building warehouses, the price of rent started increasing?
Yeah. Since I moved here, they were already high, but as they're building more and we were checking rent places, because sometimes we want to try to move like to another place with more with a better neighborhood, you could say, but that's too much, that's too high, so we just can't afford it and we have to stay where we can, which is, as you can see around, it's a nice street, but it's not a good view. It's not really what you call a good hood or a suburbs or whatever. Just like keep an eye on whoever is really doing this, because they are moving really under the table. And majority of those investors are not even people from the US, it's people from foreign, Asians majority I think right now, because they are the ones that are giving the money. So they don't care about really the people or us. You can see the majority of the warehouses here are even empty. They are not even on rent or nothing. They're just kicking out the persons and building whatever they want and just living like that. I see that people here is trying to request or point the bad guy, but it's not really who is really doing these things, if you know what I mean.
This is the most surreal scene I've ever come across for warehouse buyouts. Here was 100, 200 homes. Here was another 100, 200 homes. All gone. It's all gone. This is so crazy. I'm bound to find more. I mean, this is such a large scale demolition that 100% we're gonna find some houses. What a scene though. You could see this guy refused to leave and they straight up built around him. They even put a fence right up to their homes. This is really common. Like, there's a lot of houses here where like there's just a giant wall around them. This is kind of a bad example, but there's huge walls around some of these holdouts who refuse to leave. And it's a beautiful home though, you gotta admit. I wouldn't want it torn down either. Yeah, everywhere I kind of go, there's just remnants of homes or neighborhoods. Maybe a couple individual homes or just empty lots. See, homeless people have decided to live in this house. There's plenty of shopping carts. There's a lunch table there with food on it. This house has been broken into. So this neighborhood has a notice of filing sign, and people still live here, but homes are abandoned as well. So they all just kind of sold. Some people left immediately, and others still live here.
Just talked to those folks. They didn't want to speak. Non-disclosure agreement, right? So, but there you have it, folks. A recently abandoned house right here in another little square neighborhood. Grass is just starting to get overgrown. They might be coming back for their stuff based on the no trespassing signs. You can see the plan is to take out these 3 squares of homes. Wrong place, wrong time, folks. I'm gonna miss this development, but here's the homes before they get destroyed, even though they're still lived in.
I encourage you guys to contact me and keep me updated about any upcoming neighborhood buyouts, as the hundreds of homes I planned to film here had already been demolished. Still, there were some homes left abandoned. Many of them were recent holdouts who refused to leave. They had to demolish everything fast, as the homeless quickly started to take over the houses.
So it appears this was some sort of home that was converted to like an office, completely full of junk. It's a dump here. This is like the last building that's left of this huge buyout on just one side. There's like 5 buyouts I've seen so far. Don't know if I'm gonna run into someone homeless. We'll see in a second. So this was some sort of business. As you can see, it was recently abandoned. You can see there's no mold at all. Drywall's intact. Well, it's not moldy. But yeah, right outside, there was a ton of houses. All gone. Hundreds gone. But yeah, this was some sort of business, as you can see. You'll also notice the holes in the roof. That's what the fire department did to train for fires. They made it easy to start a fire. So that explains the perfectly shaped square holes in the roof. Alright, so the homeless people are gone, I think. So, but basically I talked to a lady who lives up the mountain. Story goes like this. So these were the last kind of holdouts. We won't spend too long here. This house looks really ransacked, but look at that. So to the left of me, there is hundreds of homes on multiple blocks of streets that is all gone. And these were the last kind of holdouts. These people stayed until way later, which is why the homes are now being demolished while the rest of them are completely gone. I'm actually really scared to walk up to these houses because of homeless people, but this is kind of wild. There's so much stuff back here. So I think this is just such a lawless land that Los Angeles area is. I don't think anyone really cares. They're really doing some work around here. But it's just kind of a lawless land. You got homeless people everywhere. I'm yeah. Look at all this crap. I mean, this must have been put here by homeless people for sure. And look at this, guys. There's even a car left behind. Looks like it's stolen. Look at that, folks. This is just a dump. It smells like human crap. So disgusting. Honestly, tear it down quicker. I mean, come on. Look how many people. This is all like stuff that I'm sure people brought in here to sleep. See, there's somebody right now. There's just homeless people walking along the streets around this site. Yeah, that guy was talking to himself. This is just an utter wasteland now. He's swearing at me. Hopefully I won't have to run. Yep, right here. An entire neighborhood was. And is no longer. I don't even care if they're working. I'm gonna go in. Isn't that ironic? It says Amazon in that garage. Here was another home that's completely demolished. There's some kind of garage. So there's a bunch of just like random items. Most of these houses had like at least 10 cars in each driveway, because that's how it goes around here. Someone was probably squatting here. Yeah, not much in here. Yeah, here's the Amazon thing I was pointing to in the garage. It's kind of ironic. You got something big from Amazon, now Amazon's taking over. Hypothetically, I don't know if it's really Amazon, but a lot of Amazon buildings are surrounding this area. Yeah, this was recently demolished. See, they just piled up all the junk inside the foundation. So I thought this house was gonna get wrecked. Look how new this concrete is. It's recently installed. Yeah, I was filming the excavator. I thought I was gonna get wrecked then and there, but I guess not. A lot of V's. House is in pretty more modern shape, I should say. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Oh, that's sick. They got a pool, guys. Look at that. Oh, this was a really nice house. My gosh. You can only imagine some of the other houses that were here, guys. I'll show you some old photos, I think. This is just pretty crazy. This was a nice house. Completely ransacked. Look, there would have been a nice granite kitchen here. And look at that fireplace back there. Still see some of the personal items left behind. Would have been a nice house, man. I'm sure there was nicer ones. Well, anyways, I think we got that one house. Look at these plants, they're gonna be destroyed too. Yeah, we got that one last house, I think. homeless guy kind of was. But I think he's gone, so we're gonna go back. It's honestly a decent little house. They did some work to it, eh? Hello? Anybody here? I'm a bit afraid to go inside this one. Look at that. Looks like a gun case. Hello? Anybody here? Hello? This is really what concerned me. Somebody's been living here very recently. Look, they got their food. Oh, there's running water. They must have not shut the water off here. Look at that. Yeah, these guys left more recently. Looks like right across the street, the same fate is sealed for all these homes. Give it a couple months.
Homes would actually face the warehouses, which would in essence wipe out the entire neighborhood that I'm going to show you over there. Many of those homes, nurseries, organic farms people make a living from, that would disappear along with that lifestyle. Take a look.
Right before these buyouts, the community actually attempted to have their town officially recognized. They were rejected. And now, without much representation, it appears Bloomington's fate is now sealed. If any locals want to keep me informed about the next buyout, I'd be happy to come over and cover it. Entire blocks of homes will continue to be razed. Generations of family history gone forever with little documentation. The people of Bloomington don't have much of a voice. I hope this gives them one by showing the demise of their beloved community. Thanks for watching.